How you doing, guys? This is Richie, and we have Rook Exodus #2. This is Geoff Johns, Jason Fabok. Cool cover. Love this card stock. You know, all these Ghost Machine books are real high quality. You know, the nice hard stock cover. I like it a lot, and it's only $3.99. So you're getting quality story, quality art, and a quality book. So issue #2. And we got Brad Anderson on the color, Rob Lee on the lettering. You know, I never realized how much lettering can make a difference until I started really looking at it. And when the lettering is bad, you can tell. If the lettering's good, you can't tell. It's just, for me anyway, I just read through the story and everything's great. But if the lettering is bad or if there's problems, it sticks out like a sore thumb, man. It makes you not like the product. All right, so Rook. We start off and now we see this woman. She's got one of the helmets. So she controls the wolves. I guess, are they called the Direwolves? I'm not sure. But there's the splash page. Jason Fabok, man, he's excellent. Coloring's great. So she controls the wolves. And she was a friend of the guy who controlled the boars, who's now dead. And she's looking for Rook. If I could miss if he calls, he still thinks Swine is alive, but he's not. But he's trying to ping his helmet, trying to find him. He says, I came to Exodus because I wanted to control things that were out of my control. I still do. So as he's traveling on a boat, this gigantic turtle blasts out of the water and grabs him. Now, I don't think the turtles are controlled by anybody specific, at least not yet. And snaps his boat in half. He jumps in the water. He's looking for spare parts still to try to get off of Exodus. And he finds something down here and he grabs it. And the giant turtle is like going after him. And he's just about to get bitten in half by a 10-foot tall snapping turtle. And then he remote controls his vehicle to come smashing into him. And then that's that. So he kills the turtle, and then now his birds can eat. So the birds that he's controlling can now, you know, satiate their hunger. I remove the helmet, but the instinct influence feels like it's still in there. They're lingering in my head. So the helmet works to control them, but I guess after time goes by, a natural connection starts to come about from the animals that they're controlling. So he's hanging out and he starts drinking. I drink until I pass out, and then his chair gets kicked. And there she is. She found him. Her name's Direwolf. She's the warden who trained all the others when we came here. So she's the one who trained Rook when he first appeared. And they got their guns drawn on each other. Where's your helmet? Where's your helmet, Rook? Is that why you're here? You and your father still trying to rally the other wardens to save a world that can't be saved? And she's the one that breaks the news to him that Swine is dead. And he says to himself, I was so close to getting him out of here alive. And she's like, she's amazed by this rocket that they've built. And he says it's finished. And if Swine's gone, I'm leaving tonight. And he asks her, come with me, Danica. I guess her name is Danica. And she ain't going nowhere, man. She's dead set on reviving this dead planet and getting some type of society together. And she thinks they're coming back to fix the engines and make things right. And he's saying no one's coming back. They abandoned this project. You know, everybody's gone. And she tells him, this is our world. You need to stay, fight, you know, make it a better place, make it home. Because I'm not even sure if he even knows if Earth is still even a thing. It might be completely destroyed. It had been run down. That's why they all left. And then there's a huge explosion. And he goes, here, who? And it's the maniac that controls the bears. His name is Ursa. And the animals become larger than normal, they say, because the planet is so huge. So it's a bigger planet. Maybe the atmosphere has something to do with it. So the animals grow even bigger than they would be on Earth. So naturally the bears are huge on Earth. And you can see that they're gigantic on this planet. So they're going into battle mode because this dude, he's a beast and he wants everybody dead. He wants to just collect all the helmets. And she tells him, get your helmet on. Let's go. Don't kill the animals. It's not their fault. So she shoots the animal, but she shoots the bears with like a tranquilizer dart. So she's tranking them and they're falling out. And then here come the birds. But it seems that he doesn't really have a great connection with the birds. Not like the other ones, the other helmet wearers. They like bond with the animals that they're with. But for some reason, Rook never took to it like that. It's almost like he doesn't even like it or like them. So that's where he struggles, going back and forth, trying to make a connection with the animals that he controls. Get to the rocket. That's how we're not dead. And she's saying, no, let's leave. Let's get out of here. And then sure enough, his escape route, his rocket, gets blasted by Ursa. So that dream of escaping has just been shot down in flames from the guy who controls all the bears. And here we go with a very cool splash page, or a double page spread. And it shows it falling, and there's some bears back here, and not good. He's done. He ain't going nowhere unless he completely rebuilds again, but who knows if he could even find the parts to even do that. So everything's coming crashing down. It's done. And he's just like in shock. And she's screaming at him, yo, wake up, man. We got to go. And they get out of there. And she says to him, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, you're not. If you really want to leave Exodus, I could still help you do that if you help me first. So everybody wants something. Nobody's just helping somebody just to help them to be a good person. It's always a, you do me, I'll do you. Kind of like in the real world. So he says, if helping you means taking out that warden, the man who killed swine and destroyed my rocket, I'm in. And so he gets the lowdown on who he is, and she tells him he calls himself Ursa, and he's not a warden, which is the mask wearers. That's what they call them. Or at least he wasn't before he stole that helmet. But it seems that he really knows how to control the animals. The bears aren't the only ones who've been undergone genetic alteration. So he's been, the bad guy's been genetically altered. And Rook says, well, what does he want? And she says, he just wants Exodus. And he's like, Exodus is dying. And she says, no, you're wrong. We can save it. So he's dead set on getting out of there. She's dead set on reviving the planet. And this maniac is dead set on killing all the existing wardens, taking all the helmets, and I guess ruling over the planet. And he tells all his minions, bring me their helmets with their heads still in them. So that was Rook issue number 2. Geoff Johns is great, man. One of the best going today. Without a doubt. Fantastic artwork, fantastic story. Stories was just started. It went for 6 issues and it stopped for a little while. I guess it takes Jason Fabok a long time to create that type of art. So it just came back with issue number 7 last week. So we have a new story arc coming up. And I'll be going over these issues as time goes on. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.